Boop, boop. Oh, I'm not on. Fuck.
You are on.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
Is this on?
Yes.
Oh. Cuckoo, cuckoo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're back. We don't have any shit going on. We're stupid on technology. Shep, we blame Shep for that one.
Yeah, I saw the title of that
yeah.
episode. Thanks.
He had nothing to do with it, but it's fine.
Woo!
Before we get into anything, we're in a straight up off the bat. We are advocates for mental health. We support a organization that is an advocate for mental health. We will always be advocates for mental health, and we'll go later on in the day or in the podcast. We will discuss why we are beginning the podcast like that. Okay.
Yo. It's your boy, Sweet Motherfucking Sauce. Got another episode of Worked Up.
Yeah, we got.
And you'll know why we're worked up.
We'll get pretty worked up here. Had a good weekend for the majors. We went 2, 3, and 4. Apparently Sean thinks he could have fought for the lead. I doubt it. He sucks.
Is that what him and Kluge were fighting about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, he could have, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really catch the end. I wasn't listening. I was just listening. I didn't know how he got penalized or anything until after the race. So, but he had a speeding penalty because it's Sean, I guess, right? I don't know.
As you do, yeah.
So yeah, that was good. We had another chaotic Formula 1 race.
Was there still no NASCAR?
No, NASCAR is back this week. They're broadcasted by NBC.
Right, you said that. I didn't know if it would be multiple weeks though.
Just that. Yeah, it's 2. And then they're back this week, which I'm going.
Where is it?
Watkins.
Oh.
NASCAR going with Jake.
Pug.
So, yeah, NASCAR will be back this weekend, but another chaotic Formula 1 race that led to more
awesome discussion.
more sass and whatnot. And it even got Mike McCoy involved, saying or comparing your hatred for LeBron to his hatred for Lewis Hamilton.
Respect.
It was awesome.
That's a level of hatred that goes unmatched by...
Yeah. And you can tell because he gets pretty emotional about it, which is rightful. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. We hate LeBron. That same
Yeah. Respect.
Yeah. You do you. You hate who you want to hate.
Yeah,
and you did provide logic. There was a point in time when he said, when there was an argument saying that there was no logic being provided. You provide logic. Just saying.
Although a new competitor might have entered the ring of hatred. Just throwing that out there.
Is this the person we're talking about later?
Yeah.
I don't think I'd go that far, but yet.
Well, I say that in terms of like how they're handling the whole situation.
Yeah.
I guess. Not them as a person. Like, I don't even hate LeBron as a person either. I just don't like his existence as an NBA player. You know what I mean? Like,
I'd rather him just play basketball.
Well, I'd rather him just, like, if he just, like, I don't,
says it does stupid shit.
It's one of those things where, like, no matter what I say, I'm not going to look good here.
No, right now.
So
no, we're not.
It's just, it is what it is. But it's, obviously I don't hate him as a person. I just don't like how he conducts business, how he deals with his fame in the NBA. I don't like,
Kluge almost got you with that picture that was saying that.
Oh my God, dude! I was
so he was.
Oh,
it's like a forged tweet, and it's like LeBron blames certain things.
It's a fake BBC account.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Certain things on why his movie was a flop, not because it sucked, but because there was institutionalized other things. That was the only reason why it flopped. When it really was just, you can't compare the Michael Jordan Space Jam.
I was like, Kluge, is this real? Please tell me this is not real, because I'm going to fucking throw things in my house.
Yeah. It was like, because how are you going to say that when the first Space Jam did 12 times better?
Yeah, fucking slapped.
It was fake, so
yeah,
it works
there's no
out
point
to
in getting into it. But
yeah. And I think hopefully he would understand that wouldn't make sense of him to say.
I also wouldn't put it past him saying it, though. That's my whole point.
Right. So yeah, but it's been so we recorded Monday. last week, which was the first day of the Olympics, and today we're recording on Wednesday, that following Wednesday. So it's been
over a week.
It's been 9 days. 9 days of drama.
Yeah, of
unfolding.
A lot of shit.
So,
and you all know what it is,
right?
The
reason we prefaced with the mental health thing is with Simone Biles. She had taken herself out due to mental health reasons. Do you? Absolutely do you. However, don't the entire...
Hold on. We're going to stop right here.
Okay.
Take a little pause.
Yeah.
Leave in the comments. What do you think we're going to say?
I think everybody knows what we're going to say.
Everybody knows what we're going to say.
Again, if you need to do that for your mental health to compete, we get it. We're 100% behind you on that. However, the 2 months and weeks leading up to the event, she wore a goat leotard, right? She was tweeting, "I'm so excited. I've trained so much for this. You know, the goat," claiming like self-proclaimed goat, not really we all know she's the greatest Olympian or gymnast of all time or whatever. So whatever. Not doubting her skills. And her tweets and things leading up to the events had shown that she was prepared, ready to go. And I know mental health is something people shy away from talking and they hide from it, whatever. 100%, and that's why I was okay with her stepping away at first. However, when she first did it, she only stepped away from team events. All right, well, that's kind of shitty. You're still going to compete individually. You're still okay to compete individually. She got a lot of heat from that, so then she was like, you know what, I'm not going to do individual events either. A week goes by. She's totally fine. I'm sorry, but I don't know anybody with mental health issues who can be bad and good within a week. You have good and bad days, but you're not totally cured from your mental health issues or, you know, the demons you're facing within a week. I'm sorry, that's just I don't think that's true. I think there was more to it, and I will give her credit. She was being scored way harder than the rest of them because they claim that she's the GOAT, so they have to score her harder, and she can't get full points. Totally get that. Shitty. And if that's your reasoning for not competing, just say it. Or if you're having a bad day, just say it. Like, you're not competing to your full capacity. Like, her first day on at the Olympics where she sucked. And then she took the week off because she sucked. Or because she was being scored so poorly. Again, just say it for what it is. Stop putting up a facade and making people who are actually struggling feel... Well, at first you made us feel great because you're like, sweet, even they feel like she stood up for herself, whatever. Mm-hmm. But coming back after a week, most people can't do that. And whether you're mentally tough or not, like that, you're making people feel less. In my opinion, again, this is all our opinions. Like, everybody can think their own thing. Dude, she is the greatest gymnast of all time. I'm not saying she's not.
It's the same as the LeBron argument. Okay, is LeBron one of the best basketball players to ever play the game? Probably. But I just look at, okay. Don't hate us, love us, agree, disagree. Okay, the whole point of every platform that exists in conversation is agreements and disagreements. And again, this is strictly our opinion. Obviously, the majority of the media surrounding the Olympics is praising her still. Even though she's come back and got bronze. Everybody's had their own shit, okay? So, I've had my own shit. Tom's had his own shit. Everybody has their own shit. So, first of all, I don't want to see or hear, like, using the argument like, oh, you just don't get it. You've never had... Yes, we have. I've had it. We've all had it. So, we know what it is to go through a stint of depression, anxiety,
you name it, whatever it is, mental,
struggles. So we all know what it is. Okay, so and to his point, it doesn't just go away. It's not like a whoop and then it's gone. Okay, there's, am I better than I was a couple years ago? Yes. Do I still get like anxious about stuff and bug the fuck out? Yes. Like it doesn't. Some shit just lingers still, even after an extended period of time. So I find it very hard to believe. Again,
I feel like there's proven studies that if people with anxiety or things like that, it doesn't just go away. It never goes away. You find ways to mitigate it.
Well, it's a biological condition. Like there's neurotransmitters in your brain that trigger these responses. Yeah. So you can't unless you're Avatar and you can bend the elements. Like you're not going to stop your brain from producing certain amounts of different chemicals.
Yeah.
Triggering certain emotions. That's not going to happen.
So one of my things was if she was struggling leading up into the Olympics, why would you not allow someone else who isn't battling anything or who could compete the entire time go overseas instead of you? Why wouldn't you let that happen so that they get the chance because you're struggling? If you're struggling that bad where you can't compete, why?
You're not going to lose any amount of fame doing that.
No, you would like so many people. I would have so much more respect for you.
Well, that's the thing.
If you allowed yourself to be like, you know what, I am struggling. I am going to take away from the team, so I should send someone else.
It's the Aaron Rodgers thing. Okay, you bitch, fuck Green Bay, and then all of a sudden you backtrack on your word. So it's a similar situation where you're like, you come out and you say, no, I'm not going to do it, not feeling up to it. And look hey, as an athlete, I get it. If you aren't mentally prepared to do a task in a sport, you will physically hurt yourself.
Yep.
It is not, they coincide. So I get it. And I will be the first to say, congratulations, you admitted that you were struggling and you backed away. Mm-hmm. And there's been other Olympians that have said, some of the biggest names in Olympic sports, Phelps, like they've been like, yeah, I struggled too. Yeah. Like it's a difficult thing to do. It's a difficult burden to carry, albeit you asked for it, which is another one of my like kind of peeves. It's like you asked to be on the big stage and then you say it's too much, but I get it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I got nervous before I played games and I was the one that decided to play those games. So like I asked for it.
Right.
So I get it. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not knocking anybody's feelings. If you feel anxious about having all that pressure on you, fine. I get it. But you should have doubled down with that. You should have walked away completely. You got years. You could do this in another 4 years.
3 years.
Like you're not.
She's only like 24, isn't she?
Yeah, and you have a lot of success prior to this. Nobody's going to hate you. In fact, people are probably going to put you on the forefront of mental health in sports.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's
a thing, right? Like just because somebody's a professional athlete and famous doesn't mean that they don't have struggles that other people do. So but instead of doing that, you almost made it seem like the whole situation was just you picking and choosing when you decided to do things. And that's what kind of...
And again, we're not... this is a really difficult conversation to have because people don't understand anybody's struggles. Like, we know each other, but like, I don't know what she went through or all that kind of shit. So, she could have just had one really good day, and that's why she ended up coming back.
Yeah, and then she was like, I could do this, fine. So I was like, okay.
But it's shitty... Again, if you had known prior to this, to have taken that away from someone else, because while you're there, you're still claiming yourself to be the greatest of all time. You're still, anytime someone tweets, use the GOAT hashtag.
That's
whatever.
And maybe I'm not following the right things or looking at the right things in terms of the Olympics, but that is all I've seen.
Go.
Her backing out, she's the best. Oh, everybody's praising her. What happened to the girl that took her place in the team event? They said, "Oh, she did a good job. Congratulations." Yeah, there's like one or two things on.
And
her.
then the rest was
and then the rest of the pictures were her cheering her on the sideline. Like, to me, that's just not. It's not right. I get that she stepped up and had the courage to back out because of mental health reasons.
Right.
I get it. But also, the girl that 5 minutes prior to that event was not expecting to do
that event,
Simone Biles' routine, and then all of a sudden
event.
is like, hey, you got to do it. And was like, fuck yeah, let me do it. And then stepped up and did it and did a good job.
Or whatever.
So why are they not getting more praise than the person that backed out? I just, that's what, that was the first thing. I think that's what sparked it last week. With all, like, you, me, and Kluge have been talking about it for like a week. That's what sparked it last week, and that's what kind of got us going.
Yeah.
Is like, why are we virtually, like, I get that you did it, and it's a good thing that you did it, but also, there's other people competing in the fucking Olympics.
Yeah.
Maybe this girl had shit she's struggling with, too, and she just got a fucking shovel full of shit thrown on her back and said, I fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
You don't know. You know, who's to say that this girl's not dealing with the same shit? And now all of a sudden she got more pressure because she's got to live up to
your
Simone Biles' name because that's what she was supposed to be doing in the team event. That's a lot of fucking pressure on somebody, and she didn't get near enough credit for that.
No.
I'm sorry. Like, that's what kind of irked me about the whole thing. It's like, okay, you know, and that's not Simone Biles' fault either. That's just that's the media.
Sports Center.
Yeah, that's,
ESPN,
you know.
All the media.
Yeah, that's the sports
Team
media
USA.
just gucking off the fucking...
And again, we do not know what happened, and there was the big, huge deal with Larry Nassar, whatever his name is, in
that fucking scumbag.
Previous years. Totally can understand.
That fucks with somebody for a long time, and
Absolutely.
I get it.
I don't even know if she was involved. Totally get it. If she wasn't, she still has to deal with some of that shit, the lingering shit from that.
Yeah, I don't know how. Again, I don't know what her connection to that is, but she cited that as part of.
We totally understand if you need to take it off and take a break, but it was the way that it happened.
Yeah, and all we're saying is it's a little suspect at the return, and you know, because
even if you had a good day,
because now it's like
it's just, like it's 2 weeks and you're
now it's
totally
like,
fine to compete on the Olympic level again.
Yeah, so now it's like, oh, okay, so you backed out, congratulations, and now it's like, oh fuck, you got your 7th Olympic medal. Ooh, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost as if we just kind of, and again, I don't know if this is what happened, but we dipped out because we didn't like the situation and we weren't in it and we whatever, and then all of a sudden we come back, we scrag a medal, and then now we just add that to the collection, and then we can go home. You know what I mean? Right. It's just like, I don't know. I just don't.
It's a tough situation on it, whether you're on Simone's side or not. Like, again, we're kind of in that middle ground of, we get where she was coming from and that stuff, but we're also in that other side of, like, kind of bullshit.
Well, it's also healthy to question things. Okay, so you can't just say. Yeah. She was just like, oh, mental health, and everybody's like, oh, okay,
right. Because that's now you can, and
I hate to say this, but when you slap the mental health label on it, nobody's gonna point fingers at you.
No.
So
no, what's his face? Charles did it when he was trying to sleep with underage kids.
Yeah, like
mental health. No,
so
no, that's you.
Wrong is still wrong.
Yeah. Good
is still good. Like, I get that you struggle, okay, but just because I had. And you had mental health issues doesn't mean we roll out and fucking, you know, go get blasted and run somebody over in a car drunk and then say, oh, mental health issues. Like, still illegal.
Yep.
Still can't do that. Right. So,
right.
Like,
there's
still like boundaries.
Was in jail.
Yeah. So there's still boundaries to shit. And my whole thing is like, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to give you all the praise you deserve for bringing mental health to the big stage because not enough people do it.
Yep.
So congratulations.
Phelps was scared of it.
Right, and even he, like, and he's arguably one of the greatest Olympians.
No, he's the greatest Olympian of all time.
So, like,
she could absolutely break it.
Yeah.
But he has, like, 35, 40 medals.
Yeah, so, like, okay, I'll give you that. But I'm also going to sit here and I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I'm going to be like, kind of suspect.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying I'm against her. And the joke in the beginning about hating her as much as LeBron was also a joke because I actually hate LeBron.
Yeah, he can't. There's no one else.
For her, I don't hate her. I just think the whole situation is kind of a little suspect. I'm not saying
it could go either way.
Yeah, and like
just giving her the benefit of the doubt without
right.
being like, wait, hold on, are you really taking this seriously? Because There's actually people who struggle with this and end up doing something.
And it would be really shitty
in their lives.
It would be really shitty if you just kind of like. And I don't want to say that because I don't think she's the person either to have no mental health issues, but say she does just to get out of stuff.
Right.
She doesn't strike me as that person either. So I guarantee you that she's dealing with something.
Yeah.
Okay. But is it to the seriousness that you claimed it to be? Maybe, maybe not. Are you doing it mostly to kind of dip out of events because you didn't like how you did in the beginning part of it? Maybe, maybe not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is where I say, like, you can believe or not believe whatever you want. But I'm just kind of coming at it from like a very middle ground. Like, I don't disagree with what she did and I'm not against her, but I'm also not going to sit there and say like, oh, she's the best. She's the greatest. She did such a good job. Because there's a little shit. There's little bits of shit that's kind of like when the first thing all broke, it was like, oh, I had a leg injury. Where the fuck did that go?
Yeah, right.
Like, that kind of just fell by the wayside.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, like, well, because in that KFC video, the guy from Barstool made a video about it, talking about it, and he said the same thing. He's like, when the story first broke, she claimed to have an injury, like a physical injury.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know it was a leg. I heard injury. I remember injury.
And then all of a sudden, that just kind of then it turned like mental health issues, and I'm like, it's a little like. Okay. Like,
and
you know
that's
what I mean?
Why
like,
so many people were using the comparison of like the 1990s gymnast that won the gold on a broken foot or whatever that was. Like, she landed the beam or the what is it, the thing, the steeple, not steeplechase. That's,
I don't know what any of that shit is.
She bounced over the thing and like did a trick in the air and landed on her broken foot.
The little springboard thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, look at what she did with a broken foot. And then and the other side's like, she was forced to by the abuse of Larry Nassar. And I get it. Like, that's shitty. That's a shitbag move. But where, like you said, where did that go? How did it just only mental health it came out of this?
Well, yeah, and the thing is like, she said that she had a physical injury, and then I saw pictures of her like jumping and cheering on the sideline. Like, what happened to the physical injury?
Yeah.
And then it came out later, oh, it was only mental health, and I'm kind of like, what? Okay. What is it then? Like, this is where I'm kind of like,
stop confusing everybody.
Call me Alex Jones for fucking,
questioning everything.
Yeah, like thinking everything's a big conspiracy theory, but I'm also like, people are people. Like, at the end of the day, famous or not, money or not, Olympic medalist or not, people are people. Do some like, if I was competing at a professional level and I didn't do as good as I thought I could, I'd be feeling shitty about myself. Like, that happens. You know what I mean? Like, I do it in the gym all the time. If I don't lift as much as I want, I'm like, fuck, like, I'm pissed. You know what I mean? So I get that's probably like that flood of emotions that she got because she is being scored kind of ass. Like, and that's on the Olympic Committee for whatever that decision was.
Right.
And I don't even understand that completely.
From what I gathered, it was they were scoring her harder because there was no one who could remotely close to her talent.
Then why the fuck even have her there?
Right.
If you're gonna have her there, you gotta have her.
Right. She should be
don't
scored.
Throttle her.
Like,
yeah.
Everybody should be scored equally, no matter what their talent level.
Yeah,
is.
you're not giving somebody
you're all
a handicap.
Right.
Yeah.
That's shitty.
Okay, so that I'd be pissed about.
But come out and say it.
Right.
Stop it being like, well, I can't say it because no. If you're pissed, be pissed. Stop being freaking muzzled by the freaking media. We had so many people that are Olympians right now that can't share the videos of them winning a race without getting banned.
Right.
We had 4 of them get banned on Instagram for sharing a video of them crossing a line.
Yeah.
Because somewhere in the background it made some country, China, look really bad. Or Japan for hosting this and like someone didn't have a mask on or something. Stop being afraid of that shit. I'm over this fear-mongering crap. If you're pissed at the Olympic Committee for doing that, don't cite mental illness or whatever.
And that's the thing. At the end of the day,
I mean, and I get it. You can be struggling.
Well, at the end of the day, we don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly what was going on in her head. And like I said,
could be all of those things.
I think it's a fair assumption to say that, in terms of her as a person, I do not think she would cite mental health if she didn't have something.
Exactly. Right.
So there's something going on. And I even saw somewhere, and I don't know how true this is, somebody that she knows died recently. I don't know if that.
Little Richardson vibes.
if I like saved I wish I saved the post. I saw a post saying that. So again, that could or could not be true. So if that's true, that sucks. Sorry. Right? Same thing as with what's her name? The runner.
Richardson.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't remember her first name.
If
Shikari, I think.
Yeah. Okay. If it happened, sorry. But
there's rules, regulations,
right,
consequences.
So,
and if you can't compete because of something like that happening without whether it's drugs or being I can't compete. I'm mentally let someone else compete so they can
you
make
have
it.
Gotten somehow, some way you have gotten more attention not actually doing anything at the Olympics than other Olympians are getting competing and winning.
Right.
And that's where I get annoyed with the situation. But I have to admit, that's not her problem.
No, it's not.
She can't control that. So,
we had yesterday the first black female wrestler ever to win a gold medal.
Didn't know that.
Why?
I wonder why.
Because Simone Biles won bronze.
Because she came back, beat mental health, and won bronze. Okay. And again, maybe we're pissed at the wrong thing. Like, I guess if anything, I'm pissed at the media for the way that they're covering it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, maybe I should just say that then.
I think that's really what it is.
My whole thing with Simone Biles is like, I'm not against her, I'm not for her. I'm kind of in the middle, and I'm kind of like, it's just a little suspect.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's how we were with Shikari.
Right, and I don't know.
Weed, do whatever you want, but
the rules are rules. Right. So I'm kind of like, with her, I'm kind of in the middle. I'm like, I definitely agree that she is one of the, if not the best gymnasts to ever walk the Olympic stage. Okay. I will defend that, and I will defend her taking steps for mental health. Absolutely.
It's also
but
pretty
I'm
shitty
also
like you wearing goats on your leotard.
Yeah, you get a little LeBron-y when you do shit like that. But
have a little bit of humility.
Yeah, so, but then I'm also like, okay, the situation's kind of weird. I don't really know all the information about it, so I can't pass a judgment fully. But I'm also like, okay, maybe there's a little, like, I'm curious to see if this is actually all true or not,
Yeah.
And then on the side of the media, I'm pissed at the way the media handled it. Wrong. They should not have covered her as much as they did. Mm-hmm. First of all, this is another thing, too. If you got mental health problems, and now you got shit being shoved down your face every single day that you're backing out of events, and then you go to social media and you see all these posts that are being posted about you, and the comment sections are fucking ruthless.
Right.
And they're like, fuck you, you're not a real athlete.
Quitter.
Like, ooh, that doesn't make it better.
No, right. Like, there's no way that in these past 7 days it's gotten better. Especially with how cruel the world is.
So you're being
ourselves included. Like, by no means are we nice. I'm not saying we're nice.
No, but you're also like, you're being praised. Congratulations for doing what you did, but you're also being fucking blasted by people. Worse than what we're doing.
Right.
Like, fuck you, pussy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bad shit that I don't agree with. You know what I mean? And it's just, that's not making the situation any better. So in the eyes of the media, fuck you for not, like, you're not helping her. Just putting posts praising what she's doing is not helping. It's not helping. No, it's making it worse.
There's a thing going around.
Make a post saying that she has decided to back out of events just so the world knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Because they deserve to know what's happening. Okay, that's fine. But don't every single day make 5-10 posts about it, because then you're just building.
You're fueling the fire.
Yeah, and you're using her and her mental health that you're praising just to get you fucking views on your channel.
1,000%.
And that's like, that's why I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. There was a post that a lot of people I am friends with on like Facebook and stuff were like, Simone Biles will never see your comments, but your friends will. Yeah, that's the point. I want them to understand that this isn't like, if someone is actually struggling, they need help, they go, please. Like, we want you to be helped, happy, healthy, safe. I always say that. I always say this about every freaking thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want my friends to understand that it can't be just like the only excuse ever. You know what I mean? Like, if you are struggling, again, 100% stand by you. But if you're not struggling, don't just fault to that and be like, I fucked up. Mental health. Like, don't be James Charles.
Oh, that's
don't be the person who I think handled this the best with when it comes to like the mental is that the tennis player who
I can't think of her name, but I know who you're talking about.
Osaka.
Yeah, something like that.
She said, I'm done. The French were like, you can't compete if you don't do interviews. She goes, my mental health right now cannot handle an interview. I will not be competing at your event.
And that was it?
Fully stood by her beliefs of, I am not capable of doing this right now. I'm not going to screw anybody over. I'm not going to make myself look bad. I'm just going to back out.
And that's all it was. That's all that was said about it too.
Originally, I was not for that because the way some of the media portrayed it was that she was just like, I just don't want to answer questions for you. Like when Marshawn Lynch was like, I'm here so I don't get fined. Like that's what it seemed like the way they were portraying it. But the more and more like you look into it, it's like, nah, she actually just didn't want to be.
Right, and she like respectfully dipped out. Yeah, I'm like, all right,
twice.
Okay.
She did it at 2 major events.
So that, you know what I mean. I give you your props. I don't know.
It's a very.
I guess maybe
tough.
That's like the preface of this whole thing. I'm not pissed at her. I'm pissed at.
We are a little pissed at her. If she's using it,
right?
As a lie.
Right. So that's
We just want.
I wanted. I guess, and I'm not gonna know. I'm never gonna know. I'm never. It's not like I'm ever gonna be like in her head and know really what's going on. Right. So okay. But yeah, I'm kind of just the things that burn me up, and I guess I even kind of a little revelation like while we're doing the recording, because the things that burn me up are those posts on social media. That's what gets me, like, you're covering her more than, and I get pissed at her, and I have to check myself and say that's not her fault.
That was how and speaking of, like when I was angry about DK running in the Olympic trials, and just taking all the heat or the spotlight from everybody else, mm-hmm. and Clue's like you're stupid. Like they did show the winners and stuff. My only perspective was what SportsCenter was showing me, and they didn't show me the winners, right? Or what ESPN was showing me. They were only showing DK running dead last.
Is that his fault? No,
but it just pissed me off.
Right. So okay.
And again, so yes, we might be not fully in the right by going on about is she healthy, whatever, because we don't know. But it's bullshit because I don't know the girl who actually won, her name because of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bullshit that she didn't get more recognition, and it's bullshit that there are people in the world that use mental health as a excuse or a crutch if they fuck up or if they're upset with something.
Right.
Instead of actually facing it or fully committing to that. Like, what I want to see going forward is her be an advocate for mental health for the rest of her life. Like, she has to stand by that belief. Yeah, and because if she backs away from and never publicly speaks about it again, that's bullshit.
Yeah, because then you did it as a.
I said that wrong. It's not bullshit because people don't want to talk about mental health. I totally get it.
But you need to ride. You need to ride the wave now. Like
you've started something and you can't.
And you're making good.
It's a good thing. It's a good It's a good wave.
Like it's a good thing. You shouldn't be.
If you're using it as a crutch, you won't ride that wave.
Right, and
you won't be an advocate for everybody else.
Right, and that's the thing. Like even
because it's gonna help everybody in this world realize that, hey, you have to take care of yourself.
Dude,
hey,
I am the first to admit, and I've talked to my girlfriend about this, and I've said I am the first to admit that just based off of how I was raised when I was a kid, I was told get the fuck over it.
Right.
My dad was like, "Oh, you depressed about something?
Small town,
figure it out. Like
small town shit.
Grow a pair of nuts and get over it." And like people are like, "Oh, I'm just anxious." I'm like, "Get over it." You know what I mean? And then I got out into the world and I saw kind of how shit happens, and I experienced my own fucking. Whatever, and then I like got into
bitch.
My
your own bitch.
Yeah, and then I got into like my neuroscience classes that I took in college that are part of my biology degree. So I have a like a medical and biological understanding of this stuff now. And it's like that, like all of it combined, I will be the first person to admit that did I think it was real? No. I thought it was a crock of shit, and I thought everybody, get over it, pussy. Like, so there's people in the world that don't take it seriously, and it's unfortunate because it's a serious problem. And you know, the world, it's only getting worse. Kids, it's happening to kids at younger ages. It's social media is a fuck of a thing. Like, it's good in some senses.
So that's why it's become such a big thing, is because of social media.
Yeah, but kids people see shit on the internet, and you know, some people's balls on the fucking internet just inflate 4 times their size just because they think that, oh, nobody's ever going to see me, or I don't know this person, so I'm going to fucking tell them off.
I'm not actually physically interacting with anybody, so it doesn't matter.
And it's not like, it's a dangerous and slippery slope, and it needs to be taken seriously. So that's why I'm kind of like, are you taking it seriously? Fully.
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you really going to shed light in, you know, because everybody thinks like, oh, only poor middle-class people deal with this shit. People that are rich, movie stars, professional athletes, they don't know. That's not true.
Right.
You know, Heath Ledger fucking died.
Kurt Cobain.
Fucking, like, there's been people that have, there's been
Chester Bennington.
Yeah, there's been legitimate, successful artists, actors, actresses that have died, killed themselves because they've been
Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston.
Yeah, they've been dealing with shit, and it's like, that's, but nobody says anything. Nobody fucking, who's the rapper that, is it Mac Miller?
Well, yeah, Mac recent was, Mac, XXX Tenacion, or whatever his name is.
Yeah, I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, that's where I'm kind of just like, you know, just make, it's a word to the wise. Just make sure that you really are.
Everybody has demons.
Just, you know.
As long as.
I just say to her, like, just make sure you
got to, now that you're a voice for athletes.
Don't back out
everywhere.
Don't, double down. Like, if you didn't want yourself labeled, then you shouldn't have done it. Sorry.
No,
like, because now you have to, you opened up and you accepted the challenge. Now you have to, you know, because I think if you bail now that's arguably worse for anybody else that's looking up to you. There's young athletes that are looking up to you saying, man, she can do that and say that, and she's successful. Like, if you back out on that now, you're hurting way so many more people than you are not saying anything at all, right. You know? So,
and I think that goes back onto the whole, it being 8 days. 8 days, and she's announced that she was battling mental health problems. And she's coming back and competing on the same level, or the same stage that she said she couldn't do a week ago. Which, again,
it just makes me wonder.
It's a roller coaster. You have really good days, really shitty days, whatever. But it shouldn't seem like you're not actually doing.
Well,
I don't know how to say this.
You have to be
right without.
Well, to compete at that level, you have to be
100%, if not better,
clear-headed.
Yeah,
like, without a shadow of a doubt, anything, because you can fuck yourself up doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't.
You can really get hurt doing that shit. So
I struggle. I do struggle to see how it can be 100% better in less than a week.
Yeah, because even on your good and bad days, like you know,
even
in a good day, you still kind of fucking are like,
right. I
had
don't
good days,
know people
but I fucking like
who have been 100% cured of anxiety or depression or whatever.
Still not. Like, you still go through.
Yeah.
Like I said, I still go through bouts of, like, I get stressed with all my work and school and all this other shit, and I'm kind of like, fuck, and I feel like I'm running in circles, and I get all worked up about shit, and it's like, that's not, you know, that doesn't mean I need to be medicated and I have a problem. That just makes me normal. Like, just makes you human. So, like, you're not gonna, you know. But I can also be the first to say that sports are a good way to kind of escape. Like, I used that in college. When I played college football, you know, should I have played college football? Probably not.
I think it might be a little different for some athletes. Like, in her case, this is her job.
Right. Yeah, right. And
it's right. She gets sponsorship.
Like
money.
I was doing it recreationally, so there might be a little bit of a difference in, like the amount of pressure that's put on me, stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, I can walk away.
Yeah.
She can't necessarily really walk away. I mean, she could probably and be okay, but it's also, okay. You make a living off of this. So
what's crazy too is like Olympic athletes used to have to work at home. They worked at Home Depot. Like that was the whole thing with Home Depot sponsoring them. They're like, we'll give you jobs and we'll pay you well, and then we'll sponsor you so that you can run in the Olympics or whatever.
Yeah.
They don't have to work anymore.
Right.
They get paid enough by sponsorship, which is crazy. Awesome. Like, congrats. You guys
that
are
needed
fucking
to happen.
awesome. But we just wanted to shed a little light on our thoughts, and if you disagree or agree or have other thoughts that you'd like to share with us, please in the comments.
Yeah,
tell
dude,
us.
go for it. Call us fucking stupid, agree, disagree. Right. Hit it up. Like, my whole thing is like, obviously, we've kind of pivoted in the podcast over the course of it, and it's one of those things where now, we talk racing and stuff, but we also talk sports in general, and the Olympics are a big deal when it comes to the sporting world. And this was a top fucking headline.
Yep.
So, is it an uncomfortable situation? Is it going to make us look good or bad? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But it had to be addressed, okay? Just because of the nature of even what, like we're calling it worked up. We get worked up about shit. We got worked up about this. Like, It's a thing, and we needed to talk about it. So I don't see anything wrong in having these conversations.
No.
And I also, it's one of those things where I also say to people in general, even when they're seeing, the people that are flaming her on social media for backing out, like, just understand that it's okay to have that opinion, but it's also, like, it's healthy for people to question, right? If everybody agreed and was like, oh, she's doing so great.
We'd have Nazi.
Right. So, like, it's good for there to be, I'm not saying go flame her, like, definitely don't do that.
No.
But it's good to have, maybe you or I, where we're a little more, like, respectfully disagreeing or respectfully questioning
whether it's real or not.
Right.
Or
and
if there's more to it.
So that's kind of my, like, whole.
Yeah. And if you are struggling, there's so many different avenues that you can reach out to. If you want to just reach out to us, go for it. We, again, are partnered with one of the most amazing brands in the world, and that's Stack Up, who their entire focus is keeping the mental health of veterans and active duty military members from going into a very dark and scary place. We are advocates for that. We want you to be happy, healthy.
Do we still run up the suicide hotline number too?
That's on, I think, 4 of them.
Okay. So that's on some of our cars too.
Yeah. Always reach out to people if you need help. We all are here for you. Everybody here at HWR Racing is here for everybody.
Except for Sean. No.
In his moment of need, you're gonna do him like that?
Yeah. No, he's good. My dude.
But for real, if anybody is struggling with it and they want to talk, or you can just message us on our social medias. We'll gladly talk with you. But make sure you're serious and not making a joke of it, because this is something serious and it takes people's lives. And that's where I think we'll end that conversation.
Yeah, I agree.
It was a good one.
It was a zinger.
It was. And I think we made a good enough point where we argued both sides.
You can, I mean, hey, if you want to go and say that we're not good advocates for it and blah, 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 you can, I guess. Whether I believe you or not is going to be a different story. Because I know that we do a lot with Stack Up and stuff like that. And I mean, the proof's in the pudding, right? So, just because we might say or disagree on something doesn't mean that our actions aren't necessarily, we've raised money for them. We've done, just understand that even though we might have a little bit of a...
It's a very near and dear topic, and it'll always be a near and dear topic, so fuck you.
I don't know about that, but okay. So,
I'm just saying, fuck you to the people who don't think that we.
No, and that's why I say that. I just because I in an attempt to defend myself, I guess, before I get fucking hosed.
Shit on.
Yeah.
It is. It's a crucial and ever evolving topic, and it will always be held close to us, and we will support the people who need to be supported forever. Anyway, Suicide Squad comes out this week.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Gonna watch it. I want to go see Snake. I'm gonna watch it just to compare the two, because I think the first one's gonna be better.
I wonder. I don't like how it looks like it looks like weird. Like, does it?
Yeah, it
does.
does.
It look weird to you?
Does.
Like, it looks weird to me. I don't know.
It looks like something that should be on Nickelodeon, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I get Gunn is like,
wild.
Yeah, and he did Guardians of the Galaxy, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't like the concept really anyway.
I don't either. I've never liked having villains like they don't just change. They would rather die than help you.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm not a big fan of the concept, but I'm also wonder if the first one might not have handled it better. So just that's hot take on that one.
Might not have handled it better. Oh, you're saying
might have handled.
I got you. Yeah, I think they did, but I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know.
Yeah, so
I saw.
Still haven't seen Black Widow again. So
baller as fuck. I saw a tweet that was like, I had a close showing of Suicide Squad, and I have a lot of talking points that I'll talk about when I can. Thank you, Cinemark. And it was like, he didn't say it was a good movie.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He just said there's a lot of shit he wants to talk about because he's probably confused as fuck.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, how bad can it be? Is it gonna be Wonder Woman bad down here?
Oh yeah, that's whew. If it's that bad, man, oh man.
Wonder Woman 1984. Wonder Woman, the first one. Whoop.
Yeah,
way up there.
Wonder Woman 1984, worst movie ever. Oh my god, it was
second to Joker.
So bad.
Joker's worst movie ever.
Oh yeah, Joker.
Trash.
Joker was.
Speaking of mental health, like that made a mockery of it.
Yeah, that was a fucking joke. That was like,
hey, I'm
depression, kill everybody. Then got away with it, and I'm just like, I definitely don't. That's not right.
No, you're making evil look good.
Yeah, like that's.
I hate movies that do that shit.
Anyway, bad movie, bad fucking movie. What did you see?
What did I see?
Did you not see any movies?
No.
I haven't really been up on the movie.
I did watch. Goddamn busy with writing that 30-page paper, dude.
Well, nice. I did watch Snow White and the Huntsman. Chris Hemsworth.
Okay. Yeah.
It was okay.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay, I fucks with it.
It's pretty good.
Still don't know how I feel about Kristen Stewart, but
she's a terrible actress.
She just doesn't have any like.
There's no movement in her.
She was good for the Twilight movies because she played the fucking weird girl that wanted to die, become a vampire shtick like really well. But it's also
the emo without being emo.
Yeah. But any other movie, I'm kind of just like, man, she's just like bleh. Like,
I did watch movies.
She's got no like
range.
Yeah, there's no emotion. There's no like, give me something.
So I watched Black. I was gonna say Black Ops for some reason. I meant Bad Boys.
Snow White movie. 7-2.
Okay, is that that's the first one?
Yeah,
because
I haven't seen the second one,
which is technically the second one is technically a prequel.
Yeah. Gotta love when they do that.
Yeah. So Bad Boys 1 and 2. I've already seen 3. 3 is good. I've already seen 1 and 2 as well, but I wanted to touch on those. I didn't like Bad Boys 1 as much as I love Bad Boys 2. Love. Because in Bad Boys 1, they made it like too centric around the girl, and it was just kind of like, blah.
I haven't seen any
like damsel in distress shit. And that was just annoying. Where
who's in those?
Will Smith and
okay. So they're the ones I'm thinking of.
I can't think of the other dude's
The other dude, yeah.
Marvin. I feel like it's it's.
I think I know who you're talking about. I know the movies.
I don't think it's Marvin. Martin Lawrence. That's close. 8-4. for the series, 8.6 for 2, 8.2 for 1.
Okay.
And then I'll do an 8.4 for the third one. Third one was pretty good, but they were doing a lot of nostalgia stuff, and that doesn't sell me.
Yeah.
We've talked about Luke coming in on Mandalorian. Wait, shit, you never watched that. Wait, we didn't talk about that, did we?
No, I did. Yeah,
Okay.
no, I did. I did bring it up because I was kind of like pissed because I'm like, are they gonna ride this out?
Right, okay.
Or not? But
about,
I did
like, the
see.
sequels
I
being
did
that
see.
way.
It's funny you bring that up though. I saw a post, and I don't know if it is true or not, but it had like a picture of Luke and Baby Yoda.
Old Luke and Baby Yoda. Is that what you're talking about?
No, the Luke from the show that like came and picked him
okay.
up, and it said something about like
Something happened with him?
maybe season 3 they might be in it. So I don't know if they're gonna ditch him completely, which is good hope. Hopefully they understand that.
At least Grogu, I'd rather them not ditch, but I could do without seeing Luke.
Yeah, I could too, but it's also like one of those things where I hope they just kind of understand that the general public started watching the show for the Baby Yoda
and the Mandalorian, because of the Mandalorian.
Well, I would argue as to say that the majority of the people thought the Baby Yoda was cute, and were curious into where he plays into the Star Wars lore, so that's why they watched it. I
watched it for Mandalorian.
Right, because you understand Mandalorian lore and you're kind of into that.
Clones
like I didn't know
warriors.
Mandalorian lore, so I started watching it for the Baby Yoda. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but I'm just in every single thing Star Wars related, we've had something to do with the Skywalkers.
Yeah,
and it's time to move on.
Give me more Ahsoka. Give me more it was cool when you had her in there.
Yeah. I want that Obi-Wan movie, to be honest. I know Skywalker's going to be in it, but I think they said no. Wait, it's going to be post
the series
movie.
They're doing a movie.
They were.
Oh, I knew they were doing a Kenobi series.
Oh, maybe it was the series then. I don't know.
Yeah, and they were bringing back the old actor that played him.
Oh, are you talking about Ewan?
Well, both of them.
Yeah. I know that'll have it, but I want that. But I think the only series the only Star Wars thing that I've watched that hasn't had Skywalkers in it yet is The Bad Batch. And everything else, there's a Skywalker.
I feel like you have to kind of mention them just because they are central to the whole thing, but it's you don't have to show them every time.
No, and that's what's good about this Bad Batch. They just talk about the Empire as an empire.
Yeah.
They don't talk about, Lord Vader is going to give me.
Yeah, we all know who the fuck he is. How many times can you write out Darth Vader's name?
I'm sure he's coming though. I'm sure.
Well, yes, but
Mandalorian was great. I didn't need Luke in it. I mean, it was hey, it's Luke. But
it's just straight porn.
It could have been it could have ended without Luke being in it, and I wouldn't have cared. It would have been awesome. Still.
Yeah. Dude, give me Yoda. Fucking.
Yeah, I'd rather have Yoda.
Have Yoda come in and get the kid.
Unless
Skywalker.
You're giving me Hayden Christensen's Anakin, I'm over Skywalkers.
Well, that's the thing too. There's been so much about Luke. There hasn't been a lot about Anakin.
Anakin would have wiped the floor with Luke.
Yeah, I
wipe the floor with Luke.
Yeah,
until he chopped his arm off. Right,
I still think he would have fucked him up.
I would, but that's
give me fucking Sith shit.
Yeah,
please, dude. There is so much. There are so many Sith lords and Sith lore that I want
an Old Republic movie.
Yeah, give me old school Sith lords that would fucking, destroy planets with their nuts. You know what I mean? They were just so powerful.
They're nuts.
Give me that. I want that. You know what I mean?
Agreed. All right, let's end this. Thank you all. Thanks for listening to our rant. And again, we are in support of anybody who needs the help that they need. Okay? Don't take anything we said as we hate people who struggle with mental stuff. Please don't, because that would be entirely incorrect. We love all of you. Still got key tags.
I know, I can actually show it this time.
What?
So you can actually show them this time.
Yeah,
I showed them to the camera last time and it was off.
Yeah.
So
we are streaming Mondays, sometimes Wednesdays, sometimes Fridays, and Sundays. Please come watch, come hang out. you want to just chat with us, we do random things sometimes. Sometimes we play random games. Whenever Shep has like a decent schedule, we try and play some games with Shep.
Yeah. It's been tough lately.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been shitty.
That fucking 5-week class has been sticking it right up the poop chute.
We're almost there.
I know. I got a week left, dude.
Same.
Fucking
Dude,
balling.
same.
Let's go.
We graduated.
So bear with us. We love you. Thanks for listening and communicate. Like, subscribe, chat with us. What do you want to see? What other videos do you want to see? We'll do other stuff. I'll do other stuff if Shep doesn't want to do other stuff. Whatever.
Talk about.
What do you What do you want us to talk about? What do you want us? How long of an episode do you want? Do you want it shorter? Do you want it longer? Whatever. Just give us the info. We'll do it. Okay. Let's go.
Sweet.